Sports Update tonight, 11:45.
Well, I'd like to welcome all of you back for the start of another season.
I'm just happy to have you back, and I'm just can't wait to get started. You're going to work the hardest you've ever worked in a camp.
Practice with intensity.
That word right there is a hallmark of our football program.
Let's work with intensity. Let's work with pride that you plan to play with the orange shirt of Tennessee. And let's make every minute count. I'm telling you now, we're not quitting until we get the kind of team that we know we can have.
We're not content with winning. We want to dominate. It's worth the heat, it's worth the hard work, it's worth the heartache, it's worth whatever we put into it to be successful.
We have two signs in our locker room. One of them is TEAM, team. And that's the greatest thing about football. It's the greatest team game there is.
No man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. Team, the team, the team.
CBS Sports presents College Football 83. The tradition continues. Sponsored by Refreshing Hawaiian Punch. Sears, Roebuck & Company. For quality merchandise coast to coast, it's Sears. And by Rise Super Gel for a super smooth shave.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender. Yes, the tradition does continue. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to another season of NCAA football here on CBS. We're at the College Football Hall of Fame in Kings Island, Ohio, where over 500 of the game's greatest coaches and players are enshrined. In the next hour, you'll meet some of those Hall of Famers, and we'll introduce you to some of the legends in the making as they get set to kick off the 1983 campaign. And the CBS Sports team is getting ready too, traveling across the country, following the stories that will be making the headlines this fall. We'll take a look at the changing of the guard along the sidelines and at a man who can never be replaced. We'll show you where college football is a downright religious experience. And we'll travel along Tobacco Road, where quarterbacks are this fall's cash crop. And a patient, paternalistic man at long last reigns as coach of the national champion. And what's a preview without predictions? The nation's coaches have given us theirs. And we'll tell you how they rate the talent across the country, beginning with the independents right after this.
Onward state, roar, lions, roar.
Sail away, go Hawaiian, ride away, Hawaiian Punch, sail away.
Nothing tastes like Hawaiian Punch.
You only have to taste it once. Taste of a place, ooh, far, far away. Come on and go Hawaiian, Hawaiian Punch. Sail away, Hawaiian, sail away.
Get your car ready for the big weekend at Sears pre-Labor Day sale. Save 1/3 on weather handler all-season radials, as low as $4 for $99, warranted for 30,000 miles. And get $16 off the Die Hard, America's best-selling replacement battery, now just $53.99 with trade-in.
At Sears Tire and Auto Centers, we install confidence day and night. Sears.
Hi, I'm Sam Huff, member of the 1954 West Virginia Sugar Bowl team. The independent coaches across the nation have selected these as their top teams. Number 1, Penn State. Everybody knows that. Number 2, Notre Dame. Number 3, Florida State. Number 4, Pittsburgh. My alma mater, number 5, West Virginia University. Number 6, Miami of Florida. Number 7, Boston College. Number 8, Southern Mississippi. That's the way they voted. You may not agree.
General Douglas MacArthur, one of America's greatest military leaders, and the inspiration for this, the MacArthur Bowl, given annually to the national champion. In the 26 years this trophy has been awarded, 7 times the independent schools have won it. Penn State, Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, and as Ara Parsegian tells us, they all want to win it one more time.
We're going to get up on the run. We're going to go, 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 go. And we aren't going to stop until we go that goal line. Don't forget, man, today's the day we're going to win.
Notre Dame's winning tradition should continue under Jerry Faust this fall. After 2 years without a postseason appearance, his personal motto is, let's go to a bowl. And behind the quarterbacking of senior Blair Keel and the running of tailbacks Alan Pinkett and Greg Bell, the third time should be a charm. But if Jerry's ultimate goal is to be reached, it will take more than the luck of the Irish.
The only goal we can have is a national championship. Being realistic about it, it'll be tough. But dreams have come true before.
The road to #1 is never easy, and week 3, Notre Dame will travel to the Orange Bowl for a nationally televised primetime game against Miami. The Hurricanes will be without Jim Kelly, who graduated to the pros, and as a result, the eye of this year's storm will be in the backfield, where fullback Speedy Neal and halfback Keith Griffin will do the damage. As strong as Miami is, the Hurricanes may only be the second best independent in the Sunshine State. Up in Tallahassee, Bobby Bowden's Gator Bowl champion Seminoles are ready to charge. Their chief is tailback Greg Allen, who led the nation in scoring last year and has his sights set even higher this time around.
I want to be All-American and maybe the candidate for a Heisman. I'm looking forward to that.
In the East, Boston College soared to the Tangerine Bowl last season on the wings of quarterback Doug Flutie, who passed for over 2,700 yards. The supporting cast of receivers and running backs return, but clearly it is Flutie who makes the Eagles fly.
I just have a lot of confidence in myself when I'm on the field, and I want to be the guy in control. I want to have the game in my hands rather than depending on someone else. So that's also the reason why I wanted to be a quarterback.
West Virginia's Jeff Hostetler is another quarterback with superior ability. A straight-A student who transferred from Penn State, Hostetler has the stats and stature to please any head coach, especially his own.
And he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's smart. If you want to sprint out, you can sprint out. You want to drop back, you can drop back.
With talent and depth at the skill positions, the Mountaineers have yet to reach their peak.
Now we want to see if we can continue to improve as a program, continue to win consistently, and hopefully get a little better national ranking.
Don't mention national rankings to Pitt. They began last season as everyone's #1 team, an honor that didn't last long. A strong defense returns in '83, and the Panthers should have a successful season if the offense can regroup. For Pitt fans, the disappointment of not winning the national championship last year was difficult to accept, and that task was made even harder when on New Year's night, arch-rival Penn State won it all.
Off the play action, Blackledge is going to pass. He's throwing deep down the left corner. Birdie's there. Touchdown!
It was a great throw and a great catch. I heard the crowd and I saw our kids jump up, and then I knew we had the touchdown. It was obviously a great feeling and a thrilling feeling.
The emotion of finally winning a national title that no pollster could take away was enormous. But only when the Nittany Lions returned home did the significance of the event sink in.
It was almost like a 90-mile parade. Every little clearing in the road, there were kids waving pennants and yelling, "We're #1," and fire engines were out. I mean, that was a very moving trip for me. And when I got home that night, I had trouble sleeping. It just dawned on me at that time how important it was, for how much Penn State football meant to so many people.
To commemorate the occasion, championship rings were made up for the team. Joe no longer wears his. He prefers to look ahead instead of behind.
I don't want to wear that #1 around and challenge anybody. I want to just go out and play our football season this year. Hope we can have a good football team and not look back.
Without Todd Blackledge and Kurt Warner, a repeat of last season is asking a lot. But Joe is confident that given time, the team will mature and perform.
Coming up, the ACC.